Greetings, fellow seekers of wisdom. Welcome back to our channel, where we delve into ancient Stoic philosophy to help navigate the challenges of modern life. Whether you've been with us for a while or are joining us for the first time, I extend my deepest gratitude for your presence here today. Together, we are on a journey to uncover timeless principles that cultivate resilience, clarity, and inner peace in a world that often feels chaotic. Today, we're confronting something that touches all of us: fear. Fear. It's that uneasy feeling before a critical decision, the anxiety that keeps you awake at night, or the racing heartbeat when faced with uncertainty. But what if I told you that fear is not something to suppress or avoid? What if, instead, we could transform it into a powerful force for growth? In today's video, we'll explore 5 Stoic techniques that don't just help you manage fear, they fundamentally change your relationship with it. We're not here to simply cope. We're here to learn how to meet fear head-on and transform it into a stepping stone toward our highest potential. Let me share a piece of my own journey. A few years ago, I found myself at a crossroads. I had stability, a secure job, a predictable routine. Yet deep inside, I was restless, unfulfilled. The thought of leaving it all behind to pursue my passion terrified me. What if I failed? What if I lost everything? These questions kept me trapped for far too long. But then, I turned to the Stoics. Their wisdom changed everything. Today, I'm sharing those insights with you, hoping they'll resonate as deeply with you as they did with me. Whether you're standing on the edge of a big decision, battling everyday anxieties, or simply seeking more courage, these techniques will empower you to face your fears with newfound strength. Technique number 1. Embrace the worst-case scenario. This first technique comes from Seneca, one of Stoicism's most revered philosophers. He teaches us to confront our fears by fully imagining the worst-case scenario. At first glance, this might seem counterintuitive. Why would we want to face our worst fears? But Seneca understood that by visualizing the worst, we take away its power. Let me give you an example. When I was considering leaving my job, the fear of failure was paralyzing. What if I lost everything? One night, I followed Seneca's advice. I sat down and vividly imagined myself running out of savings, facing rejection, and struggling to rebuild my life. And then it struck me. I would survive. Even in the worst case, I would still have my skills, my loved ones, and the ability to start over. This realization freed me from fear's grip. It didn't vanish, but it no longer controlled me. So, ask yourself, what is your worst-case scenario? Truly embrace it. You may find, as I did, that even the worst is not so terrible after all. And once you accept it, you can move forward with clarity and courage. Technique number 2. Focus on what you can control. This is one of the cornerstones of Stoic philosophy. Fear often arises when we obsess over things beyond our control. Will people approve? Will circumstances change? These are questions that lead only to frustration because they focus on what we can't influence. Instead, shift your attention to what you can control: your actions, your responses, your mindset. During my career transition, I was overwhelmed by external factors, like market conditions and competition. I focused on what I could control: my preparation, my effort, my attitude. This shift not only eased my fears, but also empowered me to take decisive action. Remember, the only things truly within your power are your own actions. Focus on those, and watch as fear begins to lose its hold. Technique number 3. Practice voluntary discomfort. The Stoics believed that by deliberately placing ourselves in uncomfortable situations, we can build resilience. By willingly exposing ourselves to discomfort, we become less afraid of life's inevitable challenges. For me, this practice started with something simple: cold showers. The first few times, it was brutal. But over time, I became more comfortable with discomfort, more capable of facing the unknown. Voluntary discomfort doesn't have to be extreme. It's about intentionally stepping outside your comfort zone, skipping a meal, walking instead of driving, or even going a day without your phone. These practices teach us that we are stronger than we think, and that fear is often more imagined than real. Technique number 4. Reflect on past fears. Often, our current fears seem insurmountable because we forget the countless fears we've already conquered. Think back. There was a time when something you feared seemed overwhelming, yet here you are, having survived and grown. In my early career, public speaking terrified me. I used to lose sleep over the thought of standing in front of an audience. But I faced that fear, and today, I stand before you sharing this message. Reflecting on past victories over fear gives you the strength to face new ones. So, take a moment. Write down your past fears and how you overcame them. You'll be reminded of just how resilient you truly are. Marcus Aurelius, the philosopher emperor, reminds us that when we live with purpose, fear loses its grip. When we align our actions with our deepest values, external obstacles seem small in comparison to the magnitude of what we're striving for. When I started this channel, I was filled with doubts. But then I asked myself, why am I doing this? My purpose is to share Stoic wisdom and help others lead more fulfilling lives. This purpose outweighed any fear of failure or criticism. When your purpose is clear, fear fades into the background. I encourage you to reflect on your own purpose. What are your core values? What drives you forward? Once you know your why, you'll find the strength to face any how. So there you have it. Stoic techniques to transform your relationship with fear. These aren't just abstract ideas. They're practical tools you can start using today to face your fears and step into a life of courage and clarity. If these insights resonated with you, please like this video, share it with someone who might need it, and subscribe to join our community of seekers. Together, we're learning how to live with more wisdom, more resilience, and more purpose. And remember, as Marcus Aurelius said, you have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. Stay strong, stay resilient, and as always, stay stoic.